Race number 9, the field is headed by Campione, who was too good on the turf last time out. Draws barrier 12 here, and with Luke out, Matthew Poon takes over. Harmony and Bless drops in class. Got Drops of God, a 3-time winner over the trip, but all on the turf. He was behind Like That last time out, who was beating Lightning Bolt amongst others, who was favourite. He was even money favourite, Lightning Bolt, but Like That was too good. All in mind now with Casper Founds. We've got Magic Supreme, who's a 2-time winner on the surface, and Flying Dragon, who comes up in class off the back of his last start win. All right, so race number 9, we can have a look at the speed map here to kick things off. And we're saying good to fast, Nick, so there should be plenty of speed here. Who are the horses that are going to set up the tempo, do you think?
Yeah, I certainly agree. I think there will be a good tempo on. Obviously, Campione, the way he won last time on the turf, look, he went forward, but he was drawn 4, he's in 12, so he's going to have to come across horses. And he might just be able to do that because he has got some good natural early speed. Harmony and Blessed is a horse who likes to race front rank, so I imagine he'll find himself to the lead somewhere. And obviously Magic Supreme, another horse who can press forward. The majority of his racing, or at least a lot of it, has been done on this surface, so he's well adapted to racing on the all-weather. Like That, Drops of God should hopefully get nice runs there, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. Look, at Knighting looks like the odd sock out, doesn't he? He's gone forward, he's gone back in his last few runs, so I just don't know where he's going to end up. So I think whatever happens, he's going to be wide. Sunny Boy, he's gone forward in the past, but with all his pace underneath him, I'm pretty sure he'll go towards the back.
OK, all right, so they should be going pretty quick in the early stages. Like That, who was winning last time at decent odds as well, he was a tentative one-shot. Can he back up? Well, let's hear from his trainer, Frankie Law.
Frankie, Like That is a horse from your stable that's been in great form in his recent couple of starts, and you'll run him again on Saturday.
Yes, I went on Saturday, same as last time, all weather check.
Talk us through that win last time, because he beat a useful horse, Lightning Bolt, who he meets again this weekend.
Yes, but this time the joke is a little bit different. Last time, Joe White my horse, and this time, Joe White did a Lightning Bolt. But anyway, we got a good draw, and then the form's still good.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, the draw, as you say, he's drawn in gate 2, and he's gone up £5, a career high mark now. He's got to race off for 71. Do you feel that as he's got a little bit older, Frankie, that he's managing to stay that bit better? I mean, his early form as a Griffin over 1,000 and it was very good. Do you feel now that 1,200 is where this horse is best suited?
1,000 or 1,200 also still can handle for this horse. Before, I still worry about his early type. Maybe he only 2 or 3 years old and then finished not much, but he looks like still a little bit improved, so he looks better this season, yeah.
I guess that can happen, can't it, with Griffin horses, that they have a very good sort of 2-year-old campaign and then they go off the boil a little bit and come back. Is that what you think this horse has done? He's just sort of found his second wind, as it were?
Yes, I think so. You can see he, after more race for him, and then he looks improved. This season, I raced him 1 time in Happy Valley. I think it's in class 3. Joe White him also. He paved wide, but still finished second. And that's why at that time I think maybe the horse class 3 maybe just a little bit not too good for him. When he dropped down to class 4, he can win and go up to class 3. I still thinking that's why. May just try over the track different, a little bit different, and then to see any change, any improve for him. So it's good for over the track.
Quite a positive report there from Frankie regarding Like That. We can have a look at that race again, Paul, because there's a fair bit to take out of it. Did Lightning Bolt, any excuse? He's got a £3 turnaround. Do you expect him to turn around the form as well, or can Like That confirm it?
Well, I don't think there was much between them, to be honest. He came up to win, didn't he, Lightning Bolt, but just couldn't quite go on with it. And he was a pretty short price favourite here in this race as well. He's got barrier number 5, Like That's got barrier 2. But look, with that £3 turnaround, I don't see too much for him. I think the improver of the race is Drops of God, because he'll be second up, and he has won second up in the past.
Yeah, I agree. I think Drops of God, obviously, clearly a horse you run. I just feel, though, run that race again, and I think under these terms, Lightning Bolt, for me, probably has the measure of Like That.
OK, we'll find out. Campione. Well, this was some performance. He was very good first up, Nick, at big odds. Came with quite a reputation from Italy, but jumped to the front this day. Managed to hold off Beauty Mission. Still went off at 7 to 1 plus.
Yeah, it was a nice win, this, Andrew. And I mean, look, just obviously on the Italian factor, if you will. I mean, their racing perhaps is not as high profile as it once was, but this horse was very, very well regarded as a juvenile, and it was no shock to see him bring this to the table and be able to do this. And I'm just intrigued by him, Paul, just coming to this surface. I feel it's an interesting dynamic for mine. What was your take on it?
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, I don't know if this was the right race coming to the surface because he hasn't even trialled on it. But to say that, he works well on it, and obviously Tony thinks this is the right race for him. He's got barrier 12, which is obviously going to be a little bit of a problem because he's got a horse inside him called Harmony and Blessed, who is very, very speedy.
His wins in Italy, he won by 6 lengths, 14 lengths, then a Group 3 by 5 lengths. So we'll see what he can do now switching to the all-weather. Harmony and Blessed, you just mentioned there, Paul. Here he is in action. Again on the turf, though, switch of surface for him.
Yeah, so he comes onto the surface. We know he's another one that works really well on it, but this is his first go on it under race conditions. He's trialled really well on it. We know he's sort of a one-trick pony in a regard because he has to get to the front and he just tries to keep going. Now, I think he had a track record at Happy Valley at one stage, so he is a very speedy horse, and I don't know if he still holds it there, but look, he's just faded out late here, but look, I think he'll be there for a long period of the race.
Yeah, it was a nice run from him, and I guess crucially as well is the jockey booking. Zach rides, and Zach's ridden him 3 times for 2 wins now, so if any man knows him well, it certainly is Zed Purton.
OK, we've still got a couple more to have a look at here, Nick. Now, we are on the all-weather for this one. This is Flying Dragon. We're picking up just as they come into the home turn.
Yeah, I mean, good performance, obviously, last time out, beating E-Brother. He was well fancied to do so as well. You can see he hasn't spent a penny around the inside, given a good ride, as we're used to seeing from Zach, of course. First go in the grade, I thought was interesting. Obviously, for that, he has got a light weight. They've put him up to a mark of 65, but he's racing against some handy types here, and I think he'll need to pull out a little bit more for mine if he was to trouble the judge.
Yeah, look, it was a good ride from Zach. He didn't go around the horse there, and he won nicely. No, I think E-Brother's a big chance earlier in the card, but this is Class 4, and this is a strong Class 3 race. So, look, he didn't quite make it in the end.
Yeah, I should have pointed out at the start, actually, the ratings band is 60 to 85, so the top 5 in the handicap actually have a Class 2 rating, if you like, but get in here. So it is a good Class 3. Last one to look at, Paul, is All In Mind, now with Casper fans. I thought this was quite a nice trial.
It was a good trial, but we've seen some good trials from him in the past. He's moved to a few stables, this horse. He has been out of form recently. But look, sometimes these horses coming into the new stable, he's also coming onto the surface for the first time as well. So a couple of positives there. We have seen the deep fields go well on the surface.
We have, and I mean, he's not a horse that wins all that often, but you certainly have to take plenty of positive from the trial there. And I guess just a change of sort of scenario and situation for him might just spark him back into form. If it does, then he could well play a part.
All right, it's an interesting race, this one, Paul. So I'm getting onto the surface for the first time. We've got the matchup of Lightning Bolt and Like That again. Which way did you go in the end?
I went with Drops of God. I think he's going to improve a lot out of his debut run. And I think he's going to get the race run to suit. So that was the reason I went with him. Now, Campione, look, he's gone really well. It's just a bit of an unknown on this track and also the wide draw. Lightning Bolt went well last time, and Harmony and Best, and that's just in front of Like That. I've got nothing against that horse either, but in the end went 4, 1, 7 and 2.
Yeah, a bit the same with Like That. I haven't got a spot for him, but I do respect him and I hope he runs well for his connections. But I've gone Lightning Bolt here. I just think that under these revised terms, he's the one that I'd want to be with from a better draw, and the fact that Joe rides him has got to be a plus as well. Drops of God goes in for all the comments that Paul made about him. I certainly think he can run well here. Pacifies second time. Harmony and Bless goes in. He's got the right man on board this time in. And Campione, couldn't leave him out, but I do just have my reservations perhaps on the surface, but he's unproven on it, so we'll certainly throw him in. 7-4-2.